Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi, welcome to Test Prep Training. Today we will discuss about AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate, SAAC01. Who should take AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam? The AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate has been designed for those with some experience in designing distributed applications. To design, manage, and implement applications using tools and services on the AWS platform, candidates will need to be able to demonstrate their ability. The AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate (SAAC01) exam is intended for professionals with the ability to perform a solutions architect role. This exam has been built to validate your ability to effectively demonstrate knowledge to architect and deploy secure and robust applications on AWS technologies. Primarily, the exam validates the ability to: first, define a solution using architectural design principles based on customer requirements. Second, provide implementation guidance based on best practices to the organization throughout the lifecycle of the project. Now we will discuss about prerequisites for AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam. You are required to have at least an experience of at least 1 year in deploying distributed systems at scale using AWS cloud services, such that the easiest way to crack the exam would be to have as much practical and hands-on experience as you can. Eligibility criteria for AWS Solution Architect Associate exam is: first, it is required to have experience of 1 or more years in designing system on AWS. Second, advanced level knowledge in at least one programming language. Third, should be able to define best practices for AWS applications. Now we will talk about AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam overview. While you are preparing for the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam, it is very important to thoroughly go through the exam details, exam pattern, scoring methods, exam format, so that you are prepared in advance and able to take the final exam without any hassles. So let us start understanding each and every aspect of the exam before you begin your preparation. First, exam pattern. AWS Solution Architect Associate exam has McQ-type questions. This is divided into types of questions. 1. Multiple choice questions. In this you have select one correct option out of 4 options. 2. Multiple response questions. In this there can be multiple correct answers from the options given. Second, exam objective. 1. Individuals in this exam are examined using the following structure. 2. Defining solution based on user requirement by using architectural design principles. 3. Designing and deploying robust and secure applications using AWS technologies. 4. Preparing guidance for implementation using best practice to the organization in the project. 5. Ability to design cost-effective, scalable distributed system on AWS. Third, exam registration. In case you are planning to register, here are the steps to begin the registration process. 1. You have to sign into AWS.training. 2. After that, click on certification on the top. 3. Then click on AWS certification account, schedule new exam. 4. Check for the exam you want to take, and click schedule at Pearson VUE button, or PSI. 4th, exam scoring. The AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate SAAC01 examination is a pass or fail the exam. The examination is scored against a minimum standard established by AWS professionals, who are guided by the certification industry best practices and guidelines. The results for the exam are reported on a score from 100, 1000, with a minimum passing score of 720. Your score demonstrates how you performed on the examination as a whole and whether or not you passed. 1. Individuals giving the exam have to select one or more best suitable answers based on the type of the question. 2. There is no negative marking in the exam. 3. Questions which are not answered will be marked as incorrect. 4. There can also be some content which haven't assigned any score, or no score will be given on that. 5th, exam result. 1. The exam score is scaled between 100 to 1000. 2. On percentage basis, you need to get a minimum 65%. 3. The score report for the exam is in a table format, with every section listed performance-wise. 4. There is no rule for passing each section, you just have to get the overall passing score. 5. Every section in this exam has a varying weighting, with differ in number of questions listed against each section in the exam. 6. AWS Solution Architect Associate Exam is based pass or fail format. 7. Scoring in the exam is done by minimum standards established by AWS professionals, as per the good guidelines and practice. AWS Solutions Architect Associate Course Outline. First, design resilient architectures, which comprises 34% weightage for this exam. Second, define performant architectures, which comprises 24% weightage for this exam. Third, specify secure applications and architectures, which comprises 26% weightage for this exam. Fourth, design cost-optimized architectures, which comprises 10% weightage for this exam. Fifth, define operationally excellent architectures, which comprises 6% weightage for this exam. Let us now discuss about course outline topics in detail. Domain 1, Design Resilient Architectures. Design Resilient Architecture domain in AWS covers the concepts of architected framework and disaster recovery, which helps to design resilient and fault-tolerant architecture. This domain covers various things which need to be covered at the time of preparation to understand the concepts, which are: first, determining how to design decoupling mechanism using various AWS technologies. Second, determining how to develop multiple tier architecture system. Third, determining how to design fault-tolerant and resilient architecture. Fourth, choosing a resilient storage. Domain 2, define performant architectures. To score good in this domain, you need to understand the following concepts. First, how to apply caching to improve performance. Second, designing solutions for scalability and elasticity. Third, choosing accurate database and storage. Domain 3, specify secure applications and architectures. To score good marks in this domain, you should: first, focus on determining how to secure the data. Second, in understanding how to secure application tiers. Third, defining single VPC application networking infrastructure. Domain 4, design cost-optimized architectures. The topics covered in this domain. First, in understanding how to design cost-optimized storage. Second, in determining how to optimize compute. Domain 5, define operationally excellent architectures. This domains cover how to choose the design feature perform excellent operations. Preparation Guide AWS Solutions Architect Associate. Step 1, make a blueprint. Before starting to study for the exam, do some research on AWS concepts and its exams pattern with optics. Then make a topic-wise chart mentioning the weakest and the strongest area. Step 2, understands the concepts. This is the important part for passing the certification. You need to visualize and understand the concepts instead of cramming it. Try to get practical knowledge on the topics to get more information about it. Step 3, reference books. There are reference books which are available for AWS Solutions Architect exam, and some of them are: 1. AWS Certified Solutions Architect, the Definitive Study Guide by Zielvora. 2. Serverless Architectures on AWS by Peter. 3. AWS Certified Solutions Architect, Complete Study Guide, 100+ exam practice questions by IP Specialist. Step 4, Amazon Web Services Training. There are many free training that is provided by AWS for Solutions Architect Professional Exam. These trainings required registration and are available at zero cost. AWS also gives access to various learning libraries to get to know more about the AWS services. It also includes AWS APN Partner, which helps you to accelerate your business on AWS. Step 5, evaluate your skills. 1. Practicing on a daily basis will help you learn and understand the concepts more easily. 2. This will help you know about your weak areas, and then you can give time to make that part strong. 3. After completing one topic, give it a revision, and try to assess yourself on that topic. Step 6, be punctual. Make a schedule for studying and practicing questions. This will help you cover the topics quickly with giving time for practice. Step 7, give the exam. After completion of the syllabus, take the mock test, and try to practice as many times as possible. Practice, understand, and give the exam. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.